Welcome back. Next episode. Today we are talking about therapy. Yes, doc students need therapy too. So I want to give kind of an overview on what therapy is not, just to kind of bring a little ease down and even provide some information related to counseling. And why not hear that coming from someone who does this work? So I'm a licensed professional counselor. I've been in the helping profession for about 15 years, 16 years this year, 2021. I've been in private practice a total of 10 years, so a decade, coming into my 11th year in private practice. My practice is completely virtual, so we'll meet basically through FaceTime. So FaceTime is one ways that we're able to meet because of the pandemic. That's where it started. But now, for me, I've decided that within my practice, I'm probably going to maintain the virtual counseling. I don't see myself going back to brick and mortar for several reasons. So I do appreciate and value the ability to provide virtual counseling. So for me, I provide counseling in 4 different states: Alabama, Georgia, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and where else am I? New York. So 5 states. So if you're in any of those states, I'm more than welcome to serve as your therapist. So what is therapy? What's the point of therapy? Why therapy? So let's talk about it. Therapy is, to me, your mental gym. So just like a physical gym, you go to the gym, work out, build muscle. With therapy, it's working out your mental muscles. This is you helping you help yourself, finding ways to create balance. To me, oftentimes, many of us are imbalanced. We're imbalanced in several different areas of our life. Those key components I always talk about, those 4 sections, is emotional, spiritual, physical, and mental. So anytime I'm imbalanced in any of those areas, I can benefit from counseling. I feel as though anybody and everybody can benefit from counseling. There's a very small group that I would say needs some counseling. I'm pretty sure you know people who need counseling, but I don't think I can't say anyone necessarily needs counseling, but I do feel as though everybody can benefit from counseling. Because if I told you you need counseling, the first thing you're going to do is deny and reject it. No, I don't need counseling. I'm fine. So instead of putting that pressure on you, to me, knowing that you can benefit from counseling sounds a little better, and it's a little easier to get connected to counseling if I can benefit from it. So just like I can benefit from enhancing my physical well-being going to the gym, I can enhance my mental well-being by going to therapy. So what goes on in therapy? What happens in therapy? Typically, a therapy session, a therapy hour is about 50 minutes. So you get 50 minutes to just talk about you, to deal with what's going on with you. A therapist's job is not to provide you advice or tell you what to do. That's not our role. That's not our place, because you are the expert of your own life. So how can I tell you what to do? And if I do decide to give you advice and tell you what to do, I'm going to have to tell you what to do for the rest of your life. And that's not how counseling works. So understand that counseling is a temporary thing. That temporary could be months, weeks, years, but it's temporary. It's not forever. Counseling does not supposed to last forever, because you're able to get tools, techniques, resources, and assistance to help you help yourself. And if you're able to help yourself, then you don't need therapy. You got what you needed. You found that balance, you're good. So you can be in and out in therapy for years. It's just getting the tools you need to help you help yourself. So within that 50 minutes, you got a non-biased perspective. You got a person who doesn't have a dog in the fight. Whatever you're dealing with, they're not aware. They're on the outside looking in. And how I view people when it comes to therapy, all of us as human beings, it's like an onion. And with an onion, there's a core, the heart. The heart of the onion is one aspect, but there's many layers, layers and layers and layers on top of that onion. So we start in you, whatever concern you're dealing with, that's the most top layer of that onion. So you come to therapy with this problem, with this issue, with this thought. This is what I'm dealing with. That's the top of the onion. But there's a whole world of other things that you may not even consider or thought about that's at the core of the onion. So the therapist's job is to help you peel back one layer at a time to get to the heart of that onion. More than likely, your therapist will be able to see the heart of that onion way before you can see it. So their job is to help you see that heart for yourself. And imagine the freedom that you can have when you find out what's really going on, what's at the heart of your issues, your problems, your concerns, your imbalance, being able to make those changes. To me, no one goes to counseling to get fixed, but that's the idea. I need somebody to fix me. Last time I checked, we are not cars. There's no instruction manual. There's no list of how it's done. It doesn't exist. So therefore, we're not cars, we're humans. We're not going to get fixed. To me, it's getting balance, creating balance by finding what works for me and what does not work for me. So those are some things that go on. Number one, confidentiality. Everything that you discuss between you and your therapist stays between you and your therapist. For me, with using telehealth, every system that I use is encrypted. So even if it's through Theranos, if it's through Zoom, it's encrypted. So everything is secure. It can be very scary initially considering counseling. It's scary because of sometimes the stigma, the belief, the myths, the ideas about therapy. A lot of this is not true. The information that we've learned about therapy sometimes is not true. And that comes from people who've never experienced therapy or what they've heard about therapy. And to me, the truth comes from those who have experienced therapy or provide therapy. You're able to get information from people who do the work or who've experienced it for themselves. Please know everybody's experience is different. So one size does not fit all. One therapist does not fit all. So for some people, they may try therapy for the first time. It's not a good connection with you and that therapist. Therefore, therapy isn't for me. I'm done. I'm good. Which baffles me because, for us, when it comes to service and getting support, getting help, whatever it is, we are willing to give people several chances. But when it comes to therapy, not so much. For example, you've been to McDonald's before and got the worst customer service. You've experienced it before. You went, the soft serve machine was down, somebody was rude, whatever. Did you stop eating McDonald's? No. You stopped going to that McDonald's, but you kept eating McDonald's. And eventually you may even went back to that McDonald's, but you don't stop eating McDonald's. Same rules apply when it comes to therapy. One therapist may not be a great fit. Y'all may not connect, whatever. That doesn't mean stop trying therapy. Find a new therapist. Same rules apply, because that connection is really important to building that therapeutic relationship to help you help yourself. How can I work on my problems if I don't connect with my therapist? My therapist doesn't understand what it's like to be me. My therapists have no idea. They're clueless. So therefore, it's finding a therapist who isn't clueless. Finding a therapist who can connect with you and understand where you're coming from. Even though I'm a therapist, I've been in this profession for 15 years, I may not connect with everybody. Everybody may not appreciate my personality, my humor, my color, who I look like. Black male therapist, I'm good. I pass on that. And other people, especially for people of color, Black men, Black women, yes, I need a Black therapist. Where has this unicorn been my whole life? So I understand both parts of it. So it's finding somebody who's a great fit for you. How to find a therapist? Excellent question. I'm just going off the top of my head with things that I thought about. But if you have questions, please comment below. Make some comments below. Ask questions. This is how we get information. And now you had an opportunity to ask questions to a real therapist, somebody who does the work. Ask me anything you want to know, and I'll do my best to answer the question. So how do you find a therapist? To me, the number one way of finding a therapist, the easiest way, is www.psychologytoday.com. Go to psychologytoday.com. You can click a link that says find a therapist in your area. You put in your zip code. It gives you a list of several therapists in your areas. In your area, there may be social workers, there may be psychologists, psychiatrists, licensed professional counselors, licensed social workers, you name it, it's there. It gives you an overview of who the person is, give you a picture, maybe even a video of them introducing themselves, what their areas of interest, how much they charge, do they take insurance, what kind of insurance they take, their bio, you name it, you can get it. So go on Psychology Today and just scroll through, see who's available, see who may capture your attention from their picture, from their bio, whatever. You have options. So look at those options. Psychology Today is one of my favorite ones because it's so easy to navigate and get connected. Another is you can Google it. Google therapist, Google Black therapist, Google white therapist, Google Indian therapist, Google whatever therapist you're looking for. What's a cool therapist? Even Google it, find it out. We exist, but if you don't know that we exist, then we don't. So it's being able to put yourself out there to find therapists in your area. Also, you can reach out to connect and do a phone consult. You can have a phone consultation before you ever meet with a therapist. You can talk to them, email them, reach out, text, call. It's endless opportunities that you can connect with a therapist ever before you meet one-on-one and have your first session. So take advantage of those opportunities. There's also a lot of programs that's out there that help with people getting therapy for free. So they may sponsor you for a few sessions. They may cover you. Your insurance covers you. You got EAP. EAP is Employee Assistance Programs through your insurance, through your job. Many of us have a job that offer free counseling services. Get a certain number of sessions per year. Look into your EAP. Look into your insurance. A lot of options are available. What does not happen in therapy? What does not happen in therapy that you have to lay down and tell the person your problems from the past to the current? That's not a guarantee of what's going to happen. Every therapist is different because they use number one, they're different as a person, and their theoretical orientation, which is their framework of counseling, may be different. So everybody's approach is different. And if you have a specific approach that you're interested in, find out, learn about it. So no advice given. You don't have to lay on the couch. You can sit on the floor if you want to. You can do it virtual. It's endless. The opportunities are endless. So there is fear related to counseling, as in, I don't want anybody to see me go in, or I don't want to be perceived as weak, or whatever excuse that I have to prevent from going, or the lack of awareness that I have to prevent from going. You're not weak if you go to therapy. You are strong. You're one of the strongest because you know there's something imbalanced and I need some help to find that balance. That's strong. To me, weak is I see there's a problem and I'm choosing not to do anything with it because I'm afraid, because I'm not willing to stretch myself. And to me, in order for us to grow and change, we have to be willing to become comfortable being uncomfortable. When you're uncomfortable, that's when you grow. That's when you stretch. So my challenge to you, what are some things that you're doing this week that's uncomfortable? Can you push yourself towards being uncomfortable? Can you reach out to a therapist that's uncomfortable and schedule an appointment? If not for you, for your family, for your mama, for your daddy, for whomever. But look at you first, because there's only one person you can control or change, and that's you. That's it. We don't have any other option. That's the only person I can control or change. So be mindful. You want to accept people for who they are and who they are not. All facts, all day. So you got questions about therapy? That's what I'm here for. Ask away. Drop down in the comment box, ask any question you have, any comment, any statement, any experiences you've had with therapy, good, bad, ugly, in between, whatever. Let's start a dialogue. Let's talk about it. Because you never know, your question may be relevant to someone else's question. Someone else may have a similar question. So you never know who you can help by sharing your truth, sharing your experience, or asking these questions. So take advantage of this time. I think there's a great time, especially 2021, new year, new you. You can start this process of experiencing therapy, trying therapy. Especially for my Black men, I know us. I love us. We are us. We're going to be us. And to me, let this be the year that you decide, I'm finally going to do something with what I've been dealing with. I'm finally going to address some of the things that I kind of put to the side and ignored. I hear you. I'm listening. I'm here. I'm available. And I'm not the only one. So if you feel more comfortable with a Black male therapist, find a Black male therapist. Therapy for Black men is another one. Therapy for Black women is another. Find out what's out there. Also, I mean, it's so much. I'm just all over the place, but I'm giving you what I got right now. It's off the script. So another aspect is virtual therapy with Talkspace and BetterHelp. These are apps that's available to provide counseling. So you can connect through these apps through text messaging, through synchronous and asynchronous video, phone calls. Like, you have a lot of different ways to connect. And it's like a gym membership. So you pay a monthly fee. You can see your therapist 24/7, basically, but depending on their hours. So those are other resources that you can connect with a therapist. Opportunities are endless. Specific questions, comment below, like and subscribe, share the information, share this video, share this video with people who have beliefs or thoughts about therapy. I am a therapist. I've been in practice for 15 years. So ask an expert. I don't perceive myself to be an expert, but people consider me to be an expert because I've been doing it for so long. There's nothing wrong with going to counseling. There's nothing wrong with you. It's finding balance to help you help yourself. And you know better than anybody else what you could use, what you could benefit from, and the things that you've been dealing with your entire life. It's time for you to decide to take care of you. All right. Y'all have a great day. Till next time. Talk to you soon.